some more advanced stepping drills. Okay, so first one we're gonna do just classic here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, just light balancing, get your blood flowing. So just here, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, make sure you keep your feet the same distance. So not 1, 2 here, both feet same distance, whole time I move, right? And it's like I'm lifting up my front foot, driving off my back foot, and then when I go back, I'm lifting up my back foot, driving off here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll just go 20 times each leg. Take it easy. Don't go too intense. Okay, let's go. Yeah, just each side 20. So 2 forward, 2 back is 1, and then 1, 2. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Anybody still going? Please say yes. I need to breathe more. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Oh, hi, Doya. Okay, so I think today we might do a little less cardio and stuff, do some more strength. You know, I'm feeling kind of tired. I don't want to tire myself out too much more. So we'll just do some light dynamic stretches for now. Just first off, the usual. Just a couple steps and stretch. So just keep that leg straight and just swing it up and stretch out. So alternating legs, just do, yeah, don't do anything that hurts your joints. I don't want to have to pay for your medical bills for knee surgery. Okay, so just a couple steps and light stretch kick. 10 each side, and then we'll get back to it, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, and when you're done with that one, just hear some light, just twists. So just take a couple steps, twist, bonus points if your back cracks, just 10 times once you're done with the stretch kicks. All right, and then when you're done with that, same thing, but this time arms stretch out and in. So just here. So stretch out all the way, pop your chest out, and give yourself a big hug, stretching out your back a little bit. Okay, so just some dynamic, loosen you up a bit. And let's just go with 10 of those, just loosen you up. Alrighty, how's everyone doing? Good? Yes? Okay, so we're just gonna get right into it. Um, yeah, I'm thinking we're just gonna do like full body strength. So just your whole body sore and you just have to like lie on like a stretcher for the rest of the day. So that should be good. Okay, so we'll start off here with, the classic, some push-ups. Um, One thing I personally like to do if you're on the kind of more slippery surface is to just put a towel down so that your hands don't slip, because I get really sweaty hands, so they slip a lot. Okay, so just some normal push-ups. We'll do, just do anywhere from like 6 to 15, all based on what you want to do. We're going to do 3 sets, okay? And if it's tough for you at all and you can't really do it with your legs just straight out, just go on your knees, do some push-ups. That's just as good, as long as you're kind of feeling it. So anywhere from 6 to 15, we'll do 3 sets. Just normal push-up like this, and down. Try to go all the way down if you can. So almost with your nose like touching the ground, and back up, okay? Make sure you're keeping that back straight. I don't want to see any of this. Okay, if you want to do that, just put your knees down. Uh, Hopefully on a soft and cushy surface, or if you're tough on your wood floor. I don't know, all up to you. Okay, so 3 sets, 6 to 15. Let's go. Take a break in between, by the way, like a minute break between each set. Just really kind of rejuvenate your muscles and everything. Okay, let's go. And also, oh, one last thing. Don't go too fast. A slow, kind of steady push-up like here, much better for building strength than like rapid firing machine gunning them, okay? Let's go. right, if anybody ever has any questions, just feel free. You can unmute, you can type in the chat, whatever you want. All right. So make sure you're taking breaks in between those sets. And if you end up finishing way earlier than me or way earlier than everybody else, and you're not really feeling it, just do another set. Push yourself. Okay, let's go. All right, one last set for me. Come on, push. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, I'm just stalling so I can breathe more. All right, so next up, we're gonna do some leg exercises. So I'm sure you all know what a squat is, right? But we're gonna do it a little bit different, but not too different. So just usual squat. If you can, try to keep your hands up on your head. If it's uncomfortable, just don't do it, it's fine. But here, down, and hold it for, like, go pretty deep and hold it a little bit at the bottom and up. So maybe here, 1, 2, 3, back up, okay? So no need to push it all the way down and have, like, you know, your butt almost on the ground, but down, hold it almost at that bottom point for a couple seconds and back up. If your knees hurt, feel free just here, go down maybe about till your thighs are parallel with the floor, hold it for a couple seconds and back up, okay? But if you can, try to go all the way down. Emily, you had a question? I can't hear. Oh, you're good? You're good? Okay, very good. All right, everybody understands? Yes, yes. Okay, so we'll do that anywhere from like 8 to 15. And we'll do 3 sets. Now 8 to 16. If you're really feeling yourself, push that 16, just one more. Okay. So 3 sets, same deal as last time. Squat, hold it for like 1, 2, 3 at the bottom and back up. Okay, let's go. Okay, so if you can on a squat, try to almost stick your butt up so that your back is a little bit more or less straight. I know even I don't do it completely properly sometimes, but ideally you want to kind of be more like this as opposed to like this. So here, almost butt sticking out, like you're camping and you really have to go. Okay, let's go. All right. So we'll have a quick little water break. If you can, I don't know if I'll be able to walk over to get water. My legs kind of hurt now, but you know. Okay. Quick water break, just around a minute, and then we'll get right back to it. Oh, hi Emily from the side. So next one, we're gonna go back to the push-ups, but this time we're going to activate slightly different muscles, right? So now when you're doing your push-ups, instead of hands out like this, try to get your hands pretty close, almost like a little diamond. I find personally if they're a little farther and I twist out like this a bit more, it hurts my wrists less. But basically just hands really close together, okay? And just any position that doesn't hurt your wrist too much, but you still have your hands more or less like this in front of your chest, okay? So, and yeah, for this one, I also find here, try to activate your chest a little more. So here, try to kind of almost like push out your chest here. And when you extend like this, tighten up your chest a little bit. So this will work more your chest if you're trying to activate that and your triceps a little more heavily as opposed to your shoulders, okay? So just here, normal push-up, just like that. Okay, I personally put my hands actually more like this. So almost like normal push-up, but really close and tilt a little bit. Okay, so let's do anywhere from like 6 to 12, just depending on how you're feeling. You can feel free to test the waters a bit with your first set. Okay, so we're just gonna do the same thing, 3 sets of that. And let's go. If anybody has any questions, don't be shy. I don't bite, usually. Man, my hands are so slippery. Okay, so as per usual, if you're finding it a bit hard, feel free to just do it on your knees and do a few more. Okay, just anything where you feel it, but you could actually do the full exercise. Okay, I've got one more set, so we'll keep going. I assume most people still have some more to do. Okay, let's go. So get out like, I don't know, yoga mat or any kind of soft surface, unless you're really tough and comfortable with doing crunches on a hardwood floor. So yeah, well, I talked a bunch about crunches, and guess what we're gonna do? Da-da-ding, crunches. Okay, so lying on your back here, and knees up, kind of more or less straight. Can you guys see me? And what we're gonna do is just here, shoulders and back, just try to roll it off the ground. So hands best probably on your head or maybe around like here or something. And just slow, take it slow. It makes it tougher on your core muscles. So here, roll up, shoulders off the ground, try to roll some of your back off the ground and down. So slow. All right. The key part I find is taking it slow, really, just like slow up, slow down. It makes me feel it a lot more, okay? So anywhere from like 8 to 16, more or less, okay? Feel free to do even more, even less, depending on how you're feeling. So just basic crunches, like I showed, 3 sets. Let's go. All right, so make sure in between sets you're giving yourself a good break, like, a minute, even a little more, maybe take a short nap. All right. And if you're done really early and you find yourself waiting around, push yourself, do a few more, unless you're like dying, then like don't die. But yeah, okay. Oh, very dying. Very good. I'm proud of you. That's what I like to hear. Okay. See, some people are still going, so we'll wait for a little bit. Ow. I hit my head on the floor. That wasn't a smart idea to lie down. All righty. Okay. See, I got kind of two more exercises I want to do, but like also I want to stretch. I think maybe that's enough core for now. So we're just gonna do one last exercise. Is anybody not done? Going once, going twice. Sold. Okay, so Superman's just lying on your stomach like this. If you can see me, hands straight out. If you're finding it a little bit harder, then you can bend your hands to your side like this and just up. So shoulders and chest off the ground. Try to get your legs, maybe even like part of your hips off the ground. Tighten your butt, tighten your lower back, and just hold it. 1, 2, 3, down, up. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay. So we'll do that same deal, 3 sets, anywhere from 8 to 15. Can you guys hear me when I'm like over there? I'm trying to talk really loud. Okay, good. Okay, so any questions, feel free to tell me however you want, ask it to me. For now, let's go. So 8 to 15, Superman's up, hold it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Don't cheat. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 down. No, no cheating. Okay, so let's go. 8 to 15. All right, let's go. Just 2 more sets and then we can do some quick stretching. All right, good job, everybody. I will assume that some people are still going. No? Good? Okay, when you finish, go get a drink of water if you want. Come back, we'll just do a couple chill stretches just to close it off. All right, good job, everybody. Anybody need a couple minutes? Yes, no, maybe so. Anybody? Okay, good. So let's just get to some quick stretching just to end it off. So I'm gonna try to hold each stretch for 30 plus seconds is usually a good timing for it. So that for me, usually I just take 10 like really deep, slow breaths, and I find like that's like enough. And it also helps to ease the pain a little bit. Okay, so first we'll do some toe touches, just the usual. Make sure your legs are straight and just down. Rather than thinking about your hands touching your toes, try to touch more like your stomach to your thighs, okay? And if that means you can't go as low, that's okay. Better technique is always better for stretching than making it look a little bit better, but not getting as much out of it. So just here, 30 seconds. Make sure back more or less straight. So not like this. Back straight. Oh my God, I'm so unflexible. Okay. And just hold it for like 10 deep breaths. I can count if you don't want to have to go through the effort of counting. Okay, let's go. All right, so that's good for now. Next, what we're gonna do, oh, I see Emily hasn't really lost much flexibility. Can we count in Korean? Sure, feel free to count in Korean, Doyen. Honestly, if you want to count for us, count to 30, like, go ahead. I don't want to count. I'm too tired to count. I lose count all the time. Okay, so here, I don't know, man. I'm in physics, but I can't count to like 10. It's bizarre. So next one here, just side splits. So go, standing up like this, about as far as you can go, which for me is not very far. And then, sit down. Make sure those legs are straight. I feel this one a lot. So I'm not going to get up to mute my microphone. I'll just let you guys start now because I can't get up. So make sure those legs are straight and just sitting down with side splits. Try to keep your lower back straight too, so not rounded out like this. Sitting up. I find it's useful sometimes to put your hands behind your back. Okay, Doya, you can count for us if you want, or I'll just take some 10 deep breaths because I don't want to think about counting. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm going a little over time, but I don't think next class starts until like 10 minutes after. So correct me if I'm wrong, but for now we're just going to do one last stretch. So just butterfly stretch. I'm sure everybody knows this one. Just sit it down, seated down, feet together, push your knees down, and then body down. Try to think about your stomach touching the ground, less so than like your shoulders coming down, right? So we don't want to have that curved back. I find it's actually better if I go down about as far as I can go first, and then shoulders up and try to push my legs down with my knees. Oh, I really feel that. Okay, let's go. All right, and that's good for now. So thanks everybody for coming. Hope you got something out of it.
All right. So everybody, I'm gonna adjust my laptop for this. Everyone can see my messy room now, which is unfortunate. Okay. So, quickly stretch out. My hips are getting old. I am old. Okay. All right. Everyone remembers the low blocks, middle blocks, high blocks, the basic punch, right? Yes. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay. So, just to warm up our arms a little bit, we're gonna first tie up. We're gonna kind of okay. 준비. And we'll go right into force riding stance. 조심스하게, if you can, and you won't get a noise complaint, then key it loud. Okay, 조심스하게. Ooh, my yoga mat moved while I was doing this. Okay, so from here, we're just going to go through left hand starting low block, middle block, middle block, high block, punch, punch, and then we're going to start again. So each one ending, starting from low block, ending in punch is one. We're going to do that 5 times just to get our bodies warmed up a little bit.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
So if you can, try to keep your mics on and count out for each one, like 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, and then 하나, 둘, okay? Just like that. If you're shy about having your mic on, then just count in the safety of your own room. No judgment from me. Okay? We're all ready. We'll do this 5 times. And 시작. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟. Last one. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟. And 바로. Is everyone feeling this is all too easy? Yes, yes? Okay. So one thing we also went over last week, front snap kick. Emphasis on not doing a sparring style with your toes pointed out. Try to keep them pointed up as much as you can. And every time you kick, instead of just snapping in, right, you're going to want to stick it out a bit, down, at whatever level you can. If you can go super high, like some of us here, Julia, I think Christine was also kicking super high, Emily, you guys are kicking super, super high. So make sure that you're trying to stick your kick. Let's see if I can still do this with, right? Hold it a little bit down, control, keep your shoulders level. So what we're gonna do, if we have space, is just kick, kick, down. Couple steps back, kick, kick, down. And remember, when you kick, don't let your arms flail out, keep them tucked in. Okay? Every 2 kicks is 1. We're gonna do this 10 times. All right? On your own count. There's a lot of sirens in my area. Go. Very nice, everybody. Keep going if you're not done. I think we're wrapping up. We're all done. So one thing to keep in mind with your kicks is I see some people kind of, as they kick, going forward a little bit with the shoulders. Try to keep your shoulder back. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. So slow down the motion. If you have to, just break it down to just knee up. So it looks like knee up, back straight, shoulder straight. Knee up, my shoulders don't pivot, they don't wobble. And that's the kind of form you want to have for the front snap kick. Okay, so let's just do that 3 more times, right? Kick, kick is 1. And just focus on really keeping your shoulder level. Right, just 1 more time, let's go. Good. And just 3 times. That's nice. So if you're practicing on your own, just really slow down the motion, right? Focus on back straight, shoulder straight. If you really want to, have your hands out so you can kind of see how much you're pivoting, how much you're leaning, and just kick, kick. And then bring it back to the full motion of having your arms in when you go. Okay. But everyone's looking a lot cleaner with that. So another thing we're going to do a lot of poomsae that you're also going to want to know for sparring is the side kick. Everybody knows what the side kick looks like? Thumbs up? No? Yes? No? As most people do. All right. So we're just going to quickly break it down to the basic motions and just go over the details. I'm going to have to move my yoga mat because this thing's sliding a lot. Okay. So let's say we're doing right leg first. Right leg back. Just going to come up. Same chamber as front snap kick. Pivot. And you want your leg as horizontal as possible, parallel with the ground. And make sure that when you're kicking out, you're going to be kicking with kind of like the blade of your foot or the heel, like this. So it's not like this, it's not like this. You definitely don't want it to be pointing up or down, right? Just straight horizontal, in, down. Same thing with front snap kick, right? You're not just going bam, right? It's not a sparring kick right now. We're just going up, hold, down. If you can kick super high, which I'm old, my hips won't let me right now. But if you can kick super high, same thing. You want to hold it. You want that horizontality with your foot. And that's it. So we're just going to kick 1 leg at a time. Right? Knee up, pivot, out, down. Again, trying not to wobble too much to the side. Making sure that we're going slow enough to see that our body is in one perfect line. Right? We're not doing, like, for example, this with the butt out. It's butt in line with your hip and shoulder and your ankle, all in one straight line. So we'll do that 10 times per leg. Okay? On your own count, try to take it slow and make it smooth. Let's go. Remember, try to kind of hold the kick out there and still give a snap on the extension. Once you've done 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg.
Is everybody finishing up? And I think everyone's done almost. So I'm gonna do something that you guys will hate me for. If you've been to my in-person classes, you might know what it is. We're doing a wall drill where we're gonna hang onto a wall for balance so we can just isolate the movement and make sure that the form is as good as we can get it. It will hurt. And finish up, Ed. Does everybody have like a chair or a wall they can grab onto? All right. So some of you might know what this is. So let's see. Notice that when I'm doing my side kick, can everyone see my feet? Yep. So as I'm kicking, my bottom foot pivots like 180 degrees from the target. So when you're grabbing onto the wall, make sure your toes are pointing into the wall. Right? And you've got your leg horizontally up. Right? You're just lightly holding onto the wall for balance. And from here, all you have to do is stretch out. And make sure that your heel, knee, hip, and shoulder are all in one straight line. And back in. And then out. And then in. Okay, so we're going to do this 20 times per leg. On my count, I'm going to count out. We're going to kick out and hold it. And then on in, you come back in. Okay. So legs up and out and in. Out and in. That's 2. And 3, out and in. And 4, out and in. And 5, in. 6, in. 7, in. 8, in. 9, in. And 10, in. And switch legs. Same thing, leg up, planted toes pointing at the wall. You're not going to be leaning on the wall, you're just going to be lightly touching it. Kicking leg horizontal. And same thing, 10 times, then we're going to switch. Out. And in. 2. In. 3. In. 4. In. 5. In. 6. In. 7. In. 8. In. Try to keep your feet horizontal. 8. And in. 9. In. And 10. Hold it. Hold it. And in. And shake your legs out. And stretch your back if you need to. For me, this really works on my back and glutes, because that's kind of what I'm using to hold it. And we're going to switch feet again. Last half. We'll go a little faster this time. This time I want to see snap out. Okay? Instead of just slowly. But you're going to be holding it the exact same way. Ready? Up. In. Through. In. Set. In. Net. In. What's up? In. What's up? In. You go. In. Yada. In. Yada. In. Out. and young. Hold it, and in. All right, and left leg, let's finish drawing. Last of the pain for now, I promise. 준비, leg up. We'll go fast, don't worry. And 하나, and two, and 셋, and 넷, and 다섯, and 여섯, and 일곱, and 여덟, and 아홉, and last one, 열. Hold it. And in. And legs down. And shake it out. Whew. Stretch your backs if you need to. And I'll turn it over to Alicia.
So, we're gonna go over our poomsae now, but this time we're gonna do it a little bit different. If you guys were here last class, we all did number 1, and I'm pretty sure everybody here knows number 1 by now. So let me just double check if that's actually what everybody knows. Okay, so everybody knows at least up to like number 3. So we're gonna split up from like intermediate to between intermediate and advanced. So if you know anything around like number 8, I don't want to butcher the name. Don't come at me. Paljang and higher. Okay, thank you. You're gonna be in the advanced group, and if you know anything Chiljang and lower, then you're gonna be in the intermediate group. So we're gonna split off. I'm gonna put you guys into breakout rooms. If you think you're put in the wrong room for some reason, like, oh, I don't know, Alicia, I know this pattern, but I feel like I suck at it and I want to go in the intermediate group, just let me know and we could like move you around and all that. So we will.
I'm guessing this is the intermediate group.
Yep.
That's fine.
All right, how's everyone doing? So, we all know take 일정. That's going to be homework. Just do it once every day to go over the basics, paying close attention to the difference between 앞서기 walking stance and 앞굽이 forward stance. So we'll start by me watching you guys do as much of take 이장 as possible, number 2, if you guys can remember.
That would be
The
a
one
nugget
that
there.
starts.
I don't remember.
Walking stance, forward stance, I hit my bed with my knee, punch.
Just step onto your
Other
bed.
side, walking stance, forward stance, punch, middle block, and the left side, block, kick, high punch. I can't kick here. And then to the other side, block, kick, punch. High block, turning, middle, the block. This part always trips me out with number 3. Can someone help me out? This is the kick punch, right? Kick punch, finish. Yeah, it is. Okay. It is. I have to talk it over with myself. Look, it's been a hot minute. So going backwards, the last move is block, kick, punch, kick, here. Okay. So you know what? We'll start with number 2.
Yes, sir.
So, we'll start from chat. Sorry, guys. Gonna 준비. First step, turn it to your left, block, and step forward, and forward stance, the long one, punch. And then turning, same thing, block, on the right side, step forward, forward stance, punch. Middle block.
Forward.
We're all good so far? Wait, someone had a question?
It's forward stance, right? When you do the middle block.
Walking stance, yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
So with taking 이장, going forward is all forward stance. Walking stance, 앞서기.
Okay.
And then turning to your left is block. Kick. And high punch.
Is it big stance, long stance, or
Forward stance.
forward stance?
From here, remember high punch isn't like above the head, it's straight to the eyes. Or just above the nose. And then from here, turning, same thing. Walking stance. Don't slip. Kick. Forward stance, high punch. My toes got jammed on a box. Okay. Now going forward, walking stance, left hand, high block. Yep. And then step forward, right hand, high block. Then turning, right hand. So we're going to turn 270 degrees, good. Turn 180 degrees, left hand, middle block, good. And then going back, left hand, left leg, walking stance. Low block. So block over
Sorry, is that left hand or right hand?
left hand. I don't know if my camera's flipped on you guys. So I'm going to do my best from here. Kick, punch. Yep, and keep it all walking stance. Kick, punch. And then kick, punch. And paddle. Good. Okay, I know we're going through this kind of fast, so please let me know if there's any questions. Online learning is always interesting and weird. Okay, so we'll do that one more time on my count. From 차렷, 준비. So I'll just watch you guys do it and give feedback as I go. All right, 하나. On my count. Yep, left hand, step out to low block. 둘. Step forward, punch. Then turning 하나. 둘. Make sure it's forward stance. Good. Now turn it forward, 하나. Middle block. Good. And 둘, step forward, middle block. Good. 셋, turn to your left. And low block. Good. 둘, kick punch. And remember, it's forward stance. So it's the deep one. Good. 하나, turning the other way. Good. 둘, kick, punch. High punch. And remember, it's forward stance. Yeah. Good. 하나. Turn it forward. High block. Good. 둘. High block. 셋. Turning. And middle block. Good. 하나. Good. 둘. Make sure it's a walking stance for this part. So it's just a bit more casual. Good. 둘. Kick. Punch. Middle punch. 하나. Kick. Punch. 둘. Kick. Punch. Finish. And 바로. Okay. So I think we're all starting to get the steps back. So one thing. So for the high block and the turn, one thing I find helpful is think about as I'm turning, which turn angle is going to give me more momentum, right? So it's my back leg, my left leg is going to pick itself up and snap around, right? Going for maximum snap in each position. Good, I like that, Alec. That's a lot of power. I like seeing that. So let's put it together a little bit faster since you guys are getting the steps really fast. I like this, I like this. Any questions so far?
It's coming back. It's good.
Yeah, it always takes a little bit of time to just re-jog all your memories, muscle memory. That's going to be me when I start working on the black belt patterns again. All right, so let's do this one more time. And let's see if we can move on to 3장. Right. On my count, 차려. 준비. 네. 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘. Remember, it's middle block, middle block. 하나, turning, good. 둘, kick, punch. 하나, 둘, 하나, high block. 둘, 하나, turning. 둘, turning. Good. 하나. Walking stance. 둘, kick punch. 하나. And 둘. And paddle. Okay, so I have to ask because online and video flipping is a little bit weird. Alec, which is your left-hand side? Okay, so make sure that other than the middle blocks, because I think on one section you turn to the right side first, coming forward with the low block kick punch. So just be really careful about that.
Okay.
But otherwise, it was looking really good. I think we can call that a minor thing, and I'll have you guys do this one more time on your own count. We'll just get that muscle memory back.
Kick? You mean going backwards kick, right?
Pardon?
You mean going backwards, right? Because we're kicking.
Going backwards was fine. So the middle block, and they'll turn to the left. Kick, high punch. I don't know if I saw the right side or the left side while coming forward, but that might be my brain playing tricks on me with the video.
Fair.
Anyway, let's do it on your own count. Just once real quick. So everybody 차려. 준비. On your own count, take it 2장. 시작. Hold your positions if you're finished. Nope. Paddle. So one thing, every time you finish your pattern ahead of somebody else, make sure that you wait for the paddle, especially at belt testing and tournaments. But otherwise, that's looking good. And also, I will post videos with guides on the patterns on the Facebook page and in the group chat later tonight, in case that might also be helpful to see it a little bit more in detail and explained a different way. So, 태극 3장, number 3. This is where we get knife hand, and it's also where we get back stance, which is basically from here, from the 준비 position, you're going to go out one leg, your back leg turns 90 degrees, and your feet are maybe 1.5, maybe 2 widths apart. You're going to go down, back straight, about 60% of your weight on your back leg, 40% on your front leg. And if you hold this for more than a couple minutes, you should feel the burn. Or if you did Peter's workout, you might be feeling the burn already. And from here, right, the thing we use, I realize my camera doesn't have wide enough of an angle. Alec, I saw you doing this. Knife hand block, where it starts from the hip. Guiding hand is up at the shoulder. You're going to turn a circle, snap out, fingertips in line with your shoulder. Right. And one thing that I see a lot of people doing is bending their wrist up like this. Do not do that. Keep it straight. If it's bent, depending on the angle of impact, you might hurt your wrist. If you're actually, this is something you might actually use in a more practical environment. Just quick block out. Make sure wrist is straight. Right? And for the purpose of poomsae, you want to keep your fingers together in a really nice spear shape. Right? So we'll just work on that a little bit. So everybody take up a back stance. This is one of the things that I like to review most about technique number 3. Let's see. Julia, I think I want you to bend your knee a bit more on the back. Just a tiny bit. Good.
Would it be better if we angled our cameras down?
Actually, yes, I do want to see feet for this one, just to make sure. So the idea for your feet is that your heels, if you slide the front heel back or the back heel forward, they should just barely skim past each other. So one way you can practice that I used to do is start from your feet together in like an L shape and just inch out until you're at the right length. And then from here, same thing, inch out after you've got the horizontal down. Back stance is one of the places where you can easily lose a lot of points on a grading or a bell test. Actually, those are the same thing. I meant tournament. It's one of the things that people are just really aware of. So Emily, I think you need to bend your back knee just a bit more, but you don't want to lean backwards. Your body should be like neutral and down, so you're not leaning, just down. It's a really awkward one. So one drill, actually, that I learned from Estelle was from here, just bounce up and down a little bit, just like a really measured way, and make sure your body's not leaning to the side, right? But you're also keeping that 60-40 back to front weight balance, right? Here, eventually just small movement until you're absolutely sure that you're only moving up and down and that your body weight's not getting thrown off. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna do the back left hand block, inside to outside, blocking with your forearm. All right, so from here, make sure that if you bring your hand back from your fingertip, you're just gonna touch your shoulder. Right? It's not gonna be up here, it's gonna be out here, it's gonna be over here, just straight in line over your leg, your shoulder. Actually, if I do it this way, it's better. And just turn out. Here, turn out. Okay. Here, make sure.
You seem to have your palm facing out.
Wait, sorry, say again?
You seem to have your palm facing out.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not, yeah. So
Wow.
this block is inside out, so meaning that your forearm's taking the impact.
Right. But it's not like
Yeah. So for the other one, as we're walking forward, it's outside to inside where the palm is facing you. But I find that this movement is the one where it's easy to get a little bit lost, just because it's the newer motion. For a lot of people, at least.
Yeah.
Right. So make sure that when you're doing this motion, the block from inside outside, your guiding hand is still snapping back to your hip. 2 steps, but in one go. And once you get that crisp, it looks really, really good. Addie, I think I want you to extend your front leg just a tiny bit more forward.
This ceremony.
And you're still kind of like really high on your back leg, so just try to, yeah, that's good, that's good. I like that. Right, so just give that a few tries with the block on each side. Let's see. And just block a few times on your own count. Emily, I think you want to make it a little bit more circular motion. I don't know if it's the camera lag, but one thing that I've been told by somebody who used to compete high-level poomsae is for this motion, just get that circle going. Apparently that's something a lot of people like to see instead of the straight. Good. So Addie, make sure that your chamber fist is coming back all the way. Yeah. Let's see. And Alec, I think Benji needs just a tiny bit more in the back stance. Just a tiny bit more. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And give it a try on both sides. Julia, I dare say you could go a little bit lower on the back leg. Just a tiny bit. Good. Okay. How's that feeling for you guys? Getting a bit more natural again?
I think.
Okay. So now we're gonna add in the other movement for this part, which is where there's a little bit of like a tinier issue with some people, where from here, in Pickus Something, if you all remember, it's the backhand, the back stance, inside out the knife hand, and then step forward, punch. I've seen a lot of people just going from here, just transitioning to a forward stance without actually moving their foot. One thing that on belt tests and tournaments that we'll be looked for is front foot moves diagonally forward with a power punch. Because the motion is from here, you've blocked a punch, you can grab the arm. I don't know if you can see, so I'm just going to go a bit lower. So you blocked, grab, punch. And you want to finish them off so you're going hard into the punch, which is why you want to move your front leg. So when we're doing this all together, so just keep in mind from here, step forward with your front leg. And then same thing on the other side, it's going to be boom, you've got the block, grab, punch. So the little detail there is from here, you're not just going forward into a punch. It's here, this hand turns a little bit, as if you're grabbing, and then punch. Man, I really wish this was in person, so I just let you guys grab my arm and then punch me. Easiest way to really get a feel for it. So.
Should we face the camera then?
Yeah, if you could tilt your camera up a little bit, Emily. I know that with Pegasus Hamdan, we're going a little bit slower through it. This is also where I think we want to start getting the details down a little bit more. So from the block, and then to it, next step. Good, just like that. And then turning to the other side with the block. And to it. And your front leg goes forward. Good. So make sure that the punch motion, like I know I said it's a power punch, you still don't want to make it like a big swing. It's still, like Taekwondo punches for poomsae are very linear. Yeah, just like that. And imagine punching into the solar plex where you're going to do the most damage and win them. Boom, good. So we have a couple minutes before I think we should all go to stretch and cool down. So why don't we take a samjang together real quickly, now that we've got the more annoying parts of it down. So we're going to start from taryat. 준비. So from here, we're going to turn to the left, low block. Kick, forward stance, double punch, right hand, left hand. And then turning, right hand, low block. Left hand kick, double punch, left, right. And then right here, turning forward, knife hand block, middle. Good, same thing. And then from here to the left, back stance, knife hand block. And just like we practiced, grab, punch. Good. And from here, turning, same thing, block, grab, punch. And then from here, turning forward, middle block, middle block. And then turning back, same thing as taking Idang, coming down to the left. There. From here, kick, punch, punch, right, left. And then turning the other way, right hand, low block. Kick, left, right. This is the one that I always get confused with the ending for number 2. Turn it backwards, I'm going to do it coming this way for you guys, is low block, punch, left, right. And then step forward, right hand low block, left hand punch. And all in walking stance. Then from here, kick, low block, punch. And then the last one is the same thing, kick, low block, here. Good. And paddle. How was that? Did we go through it too fast? Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. So everyone looks very comfortable with this, so we're going to do it just one more time on my count. All right. Facing me, 차렷. 하나. 준비. On my count, without me. Okay. 하나. 둘. Kick, double punch. 하나. Turning. Good. Walking stance, 둘. Double punch. So this is forward stance, good. 하나. Knife hand. 둘. Good. 하나. Turn it to your left. It should be middle block. Inside, outside, right? In front, back stance, good. 둘. Good. 하나. Turning, same thing the other direction. 둘. Good. 하나. Middle block. 둘. 하나. And then turning. Yep. 하나. Kick, double punch. 둘. 하나. Kick, double punch. 하나. Turning to the back. It should be left leg forward and right hand punch. 둘. Kick, low block punch. 하나. Kick, low block punch. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong. I mistook it for number 2. It's block, punch, and then kick, block, punch. So let's go back to left hand walking stance. My bad, guys. From here, block, punch, step forward, block, punch. And then kick, block, punch. And then kick, block, punch, kick. Good. Paddle. I am sorry about the mix-up at the end, guys. How many years I've been doing this and I'm still making that mistake.
Hard
That's
to-
also a reminder to always go over the earlier patterns. You never know when you need it. All right, so how does that feel?
Good.
The memory's coming back?
Yep.
So your homework for you guys, other than, going over the basic low block, middle block, high block, punch stances when you have time, is also doing back stance. Back stance, making sure that if you bring your front foot back, it is still roughly in line with your planted heel, right? And making sure that your body is just perfectly straight. Your weight is 60-40. And if you go up and down, bounce, right? You're not careening to the side. So that is going to be part of your homework, as well as the standard from here. Boom. And again, I'll try to post videos for poomsae guides from 1, 2, 3 on the Facebook page. Sounds good?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds great.
I will
Yes.
bring us back to the main room. If I can remember how.
Leave room? Question mark.
I will
You could
also
always
broadcast.
break room too.
Yeah, that actually helped a lot. Like the motivation for twisting the hand and punching like that.
Right. So I'm glad. So sometimes people want to isolate it from the purpose of the original movement. I find it's better to go back to, yes, this is a more formal, almost a ritualistic type of taekwondo, but what can you take from it to, make it work?
Yeah.
Because I find that, if I'm, like, for example, just sparring with friends from, like, other disciplines where they're using a lot more hands, the poomsae background actually helps me a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because those memories are there, the mental connection is there. So if anything, the reason for a move that an instructor gives you might be different from how you see it. Just make sure you have a reason for why that move is being done. It can help to kind of sit down, go over it in your head without even doing the movement. Like when I did my black belt test, a part of my poomsae prep was just sitting there, just kind of eyes closed, visualizing each move and thinking about how is this going to be a practical thing.
Yeah.
Or how is it going to look even cooler in some cases, because some moves just aren't practical. Like, how are you going to do this and say it's practical? I'd rather do this. Just block and kick. In that case, I'm just like, power pose. I got you. I'm too cool for you. Sometimes you got to do that. Okay. If there's any questions, feel free to message me. I think everyone has my Facebook. Just let me know it's a technical question, so I'm actually going to look instead of crying over my readings, because grad school is pain. Alec, you know what I'm about. Yeah. Right, so I'll close the rooms. I think that gives 60 seconds warning, and I'll see you guys back in the main room. Good work, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay. So, do you want to lead it? Should I take it, Elisa?
Did you want to lead it? Like, did you have something in mind, or?
Yeah, I was just thinking a couple of stretches similar to what we did with Peter, but a little bit more poomsae style.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, so we are going to start with, just like Peter did, toe touching. What I like to do is have my hand behind my back, like this, kind of lock my fingers, go down, and bring my hands up a little bit to force my back to be a bit more straight. And we're just going to hold it. We're just going to count to 10 in Korean. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. You guys count.
셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Up. I heard one person counting. If you guys are shy, but that's okay. If you're not, try to unmute your mics and count. Okay, so we're gonna lunge forward and try to just stretch your hips out a bit. Back straight, kind of shoulders back, hip forward. And stretch. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. You guys count?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And switch legs. Same thing. Try to get a really good stretch in your hips. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Shake out your legs a little bit. And we're going to go down to the floor real quick. So we're going to bend our front leg and kind of do a half split. Our back leg as straight as possible, like this. So my back leg is just extended out and straight. And we're going to lean back. And 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Everybody count?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And stretch down and forward. Try to touch your chest to the floor. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Come back up to the middle and switch legs. Same deal. We're almost done. This is my stiff side. Oh. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
And stretching back. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And stretch forward. Same thing. Try to touch your chest to the floor. And 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. And everyone stand up. And shake out your legs. Rotate your hips if you need to. Shoulders. And that's it.